I've titled my talk, The Evolution of Food Safety Culture. And this concept of moving beyond slogans, using the term food safety culture and thinking that's something big, to approaching it as a science. Because I think that's what's happened in our field. Now, you've had a lot of presentations already this morning that were really good. I saw that you had a regulatory update, you had sessions on food fraud, you had sessions on, I think, whole genomic sequencing, and so a lot of the good science that's really critical and important to advancing food safety. But I'm going to try to persuade you, like I did last year, that all of that's necessary, but it's not enough. And so we're going to talk a little bit about food safety culture. The evolution of food safety culture. I thought I'd start a little bit like an academic and give you a definition that I created. It's the gradual development of the concept of food safety culture from a simple understanding, a slogan, maybe we get it, it's what people do when they're involved in social groups, to a more advanced, formalized, and effective subset of the field of food safety in our profession. And this has really taken off, and it's happening over the past decade. If you think about evolution and continuous improvement in food safety, it's nothing new, right? Imagine a food safety system where we didn't invent pasteurization. And the advancements that have come since then, interventions to extend shelf life and to reduce food safety risk. We even have cold pasteurization now, we have a host of interventions. Imagine a food safety system where Pillsbury and NASA were trying to get astronauts into space saying, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do the traditional white glove test, and we're going to do a lot of testing of end products. And that's going to assure the safety of the food products that our astronauts can eat in space. And so the evolution of HACCP and HACCP principles. For the microbiologists in the room, I'm a microbiologist. Imagine us testing foods still using glass petri dishes. And so this evolution of food safety and continuous improvement is constant in our profession, and it applies to food safety culture and food safety behaviors too. Let me run you through the timeline. In the early 2000s, we would occasionally hear this phrase, food safety culture, at meetings, right? Not many people used it. You remember the conferences. True story, I can remember being at a very prestigious food safety conference in the early 2000s, giving a talk on food safety culture, and after that talk, a person that I really respected came up to me afterwards. This is a true story, not an ounce of exaggeration. He said, Frank, what are you doing talking about food safety culture here? This is a conference dedicated to food science, the hard sciences, microbiology, the interventions, time, temperature, process. And you're talking about the soft stuff, the soft sciences. And I can remember telling him this, and some of you have heard me use this phrase before. I paused and said, the reason I want to talk about this is because after working with over 100,000 employees in my organization, I found out that the soft stuff is the hard stuff. I can write HACCP plans, I can read regulations, but what's challenging is when you have a very large workforce, how do you get people to do it?